Hello, Resurrection. It is Wednesday, August the 11th, and we're back in the saddle in all kinds of ways here lately, aren't we? Back to school for sure. The George Baldwin, our director of youth ministries, drives a school bus in the mornings for Williamson County, and he and I sat in the same line this morning trying to get to Page Middle School. I know we sat there for at least an hour. The line was there's a new way, right? There's a new way to come in, and the line was I don't know, it was at least 2 miles long, and we sat there for an hour this morning. That's a great way to start your day. I wonder how long it's going to be before they get that ironed out. But they do. They always get it ironed out, and everything turns out okay after about 2 weeks. It's usually a 2 week start, kind of rough, and then things just kind of work out. So we're back in school. I know that Metro schools started today. Our private schools, I think, start next week. Maybe late next week, or maybe even the week after that. They always start a little later than our public schools do. But if our kids are not in school now, they will be in just a matter of days, and that is, it's good to get our routine established again. But it's also a lot of work for our kids and for parents to get folks everywhere they need to go. For those of you who don't have kids in school, or your kids have already been in school, it snarls up the traffic just all over Middle Tennessee. And you'll notice when you get out on I-65 that there are going to be twice as many people there as there were just 2 weeks ago. And I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, going to school, I was always excited about the first day of school, and that lasted about 3 days or 4 days, and then I was ready for summer vacation again. So kids, y'all hang in there. It's going to be a great year. We've already blessed you and your school supplies and your backpacks, and you need to remember that you already have everything you need to be successful in school. You've got a church that loves you, you've got parents that love you, and you've got a Savior who died for you, who will be there with you. So y'all hang in there. You're going to make it just fine. Moms and dads, grandparents, aunts and uncles, folks who are just trying to get around town in all the traffic, y'all hang in there. You're going to be okay too. So as we get back into the swing of things in our lives, we also are we are almost completely back in the swing of things at Resurrection. I think we can cross another big thing off of our list the first weekend in September, when we start all of our regular programming back. Programming for kids and youth and adults on Sunday mornings, on Wednesday nights, on Thursday mornings, all through the week. We'll get all of that going again. It'll start with Meet in the Middle in September, and then it will blossom from there over the next weeks. I'm grateful for Elizabeth Nash, who is doing a fantastic job with children's ministry right now. The growth in her program has even spurred growth in the Wednesday night adult Bible study, which is an answer to my prayers. Likewise, George Baldwin has done the same thing with the youth program. Both of those programs have continued to grow even through the pandemic. So things are going in the right direction. Everything's looking pretty good at Resurrection, y'all. The numbers are not exactly where they were before the pandemic, but they're close and climbing every day. Financially, we're okay. We don't have a lot of extra, but we've got enough, and that's all Jesus ever told us that we needed, was enough, and we've got enough. We're doing okay. We've got a lot of people on the prayer list right now. I know that you all have noticed that. We've got quite a few sick folks right now. I sent out an email yesterday about getting some meals to the Zelfays, who have both they've both taken falls recently and are just needing to sit still and strengthen up. So as I put the email out there asking folks to sign up for a day during the week to get them some meals. We're going to send them maybe 2 a week for a little while. If we need to do more, or if we need to do fewer, we will do that. And y'all, it was not. I checked it again yesterday afternoon after I'd sent it, and it was full already. Every slot had been taken, and I'm getting calls from people who are aggravated because they didn't get a slot. And I told y'all this 2 weeks ago, that one of the things that really gets to me is when churches uh, they um, they get bent out of shape about things that don't matter, like the color of the carpet, or she said this way in such and such meeting, and I didn't like that. Uh, my response to that is always, y'all can get bent out of shape about that if you want to, as long as you are still just as energetic about doing for your neighbor and telling people about Jesus. And so when you get aggravated because you're trying to help somebody and you didn't get the opportunity to do it, that makes me so happy. I don't know what to do. Y'all get bent out of shape about that all you want to. Paul said, outdo one another in sharing your Christian witness and doing things for your brother and sister. I wanted to get a backpack, and the list is already full. I wanted to take a meal to so and so, and the list is already full. If that's the kind of thing that you're energized about and it bothers you that it didn't happen, then I would say you're doing the right thing. I would say that you're a pretty darn good church person, and I say go for it. Get bent out of shape all you want to. We'll find something else. We'll find somebody else who needs a meal or somebody else who needs a backpack. It just warms my heart that that's the kind of thing that y'all are so invested in. And you are every single time. We've said it, I don't know how often, that all you have to do at Resurrection is ask, and it happens. We need some help doing this or that, and it happens. And that's because y'all are some of the finest folks that I know. And I love you. I love you very, very much. So, a couple of reminders as I'm wrapping up for today. You remember we're going through a big change, a big turn, a big transition in the church office, and I told you that some things would inevitably fall through the cracks in the last few weeks, and y'all have been kind to point those things out to me so we can find a solution for them, because a lot of times I don't know that those things are falling through the cracks, and Pat and Elizabeth and our office folks don't know that those things are falling through the cracks. So some of you have not gotten email reminders about certain things lately, and we didn't realize that. So thanks for telling us about it. Continue to tell us so that we'll make sure we've got a system in place for doing that. Now, there's something else that you get from us that we call email blasts. That's when we send out, well, like yesterday, I sent one out about meals to the Zell phase. When I need to get a big email out to everybody right now, we send those out through a service, those email blasts. We also send the e-bulletin out through that service. And we're in the middle of changing that service over. We use a company called MailChimp now, and we're talking about going to a company called Constant Contact. And the reason we're doing that is because it's a little more user-friendly, and we want to kind of redesign how that looks. But also, we've got a whole list of people who cannot get emails from MailChimp for whatever reason. We don't exactly know. And we think that this other company will be able to contact everybody a little better. So as we're getting that up and going, y'all be patient. You may get a duplicate email, or you might get dropped off of an email or something. If you notice that, just let us know, and we'll get that fixed as soon as we can. And I'll keep you updated on it. It's not going to happen today, but it is going to happen hopefully soon. I love y'all. I wouldn't be anywhere else in the world. It's the greatest privilege of my life to be your priest, and I will see you on Sunday.